For the pre-opening form or preparation form, we started with the feet together and then we moved the left foot to the left. Here, I must remind you that with the feet together is just for teaching, for demo or for performances. Generally, we start with the feet parallelly separated with the same width of the shoulders. This is called pre-opening form or preparation form or wuji form. Just imagine, we both are going to have a free chat. Do we start our conversation with feet together? No, normally. The feet must be separated. Another example, when two persons are going to practice tuisho, push hands, they cannot start with 2 feet together and then move the left foot to the left. We must at once get into battle mode with the feet separated. So that's why I remind you not to start with the feet together when you normally practice Tai Chi Chuan. But with exception of performances or competitions. This is the first point. Second point, the following will be a little abstract. Please listen and feel it. For the opening form or starting form, we lift and lower the hands. In practicing Tai Chi Chuan, the hand scales are very, very useful and important. We must try to grasp its rules. Example again. We lift and lower the hands in preparation form and starting form. We push the palms in the foam brushing knee in twist step. We throw the hands upwards and forwards in the form single whip. During our practicing Tai Chi Chuan, we must try to get a basic law of motion, which is very important for Tai Chi Chuan. You will feel changes all over the parts of the body. This is one of the symbols that you have already entered Tai Chi gate. This Tai Chi Chuan term in Chinese is Ting Li, listening ability. Here, listening does not mean listen with ears, but with your heart, your mind, your feeling, and your sense. Example, there's 1 cup of water on the table, but we do not know how hot it is. Then we touch it carefully. If it is too hot, we draw back the hand immediately. If it is okay, we take it up and feel the temperature, the weight, and also feel the force we use for holding it. When we hold it with 2 fingers, or 3 fingers, or with 5 fingers, you will feel different weight of the same cup. Feeling this change is called listening ability. Listening ability is a feeling, while your sense and the law of motion, you find out changes of your body in motion. It is a necessary process for practicing Tai Chi Chuan. Of course, also a process of self-training. We should have such concept just at the very beginning. Next, we will talk about lifting and lowering the hands in starting form. If you do not pay enough attention, you would lift the hands, elbows, and shoulders just like a rigid stake, and lower them down either too heavily or too softly. This is very common for beginners. Please pay attention to the following and feel the moving process. When lifting the hands, you just feel that the force comes out from the palms. This is hand, palm, and fingers. The fingers lead the hands then elbows, then shoulders, upwards and forwards. Never the reverse. The hands are just like a locomotive leading all coaches. Elbows, shoulders, arms. At this time, while we lift the hands upwards, we thrust them forward. The shoulders and the back must be relaxed. You must feel that the shoulder blades wriggle forward, and then, in fact, we have stretched the arms. This is the process of starting form, relaxing process. All joints of the fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, and shoulders must be relaxed naturally. This is just kinesthesis of the starting form. Briefly, when raising the hands, the fourth point must be between the palm and the fingers, with the middle knuckles relaxed. We try to stretch the hands. At the same time, we relax all muscles of the shoulders and the back in order to extend the length of the arms. Now, the arms reach the level of the shoulders. Relax the latter and stretch them. This is the starting form. Now let's take Peng, warding off, as example. While we extend the hands, we rotate them, and the joints of elbows and shoulders must be relaxed. Now, left warding off. When we ward off the left arm and left shoulder, the joints of the shoulder, elbow, and wrist must be relaxed and flexible. The whole body is extended. We are going to learn single whip later. In this form, you throw out the hand, twist the wrist, and relax the elbow joint. Then lead the movement of the arm, relax the shoulder joint, and lengthen then your arm. In the form brushing knee in twist step, we push the palm along the ear side, from the back forward. Suppose you give somebody a blow. It is just the palm or the fist that leads the arm and shoulder forward. When the opponent gives you a blow, you raise this hand up to block it for defense. And then you try to fight back with your fist. At this time, your elbow joint must be relaxed and flexible, and the arm moves with the fist. The muscles around the shoulder must be relaxed, extending the distance, producing a speed, a power, and a length. These are relations between the hand, elbow, and shoulder. What will happen when we drop down the hands and arms in the starting form? This is too strict. This is too soft. Neither is okay. Attention, please. On the contrary, when we lowering the arms, we must firstly relax the back and the shoulder, the muscles and the bones, and then the complete arm will be relaxed and flexible. You should always think about it and feel it when practicing Tai Chi Chuan. The above means we must use Yi when practicing Tai Chi Chuan. The Chinese character Yi means thinking, thought, mind, and will. During the process of lowering the hands, we must think that first we relax the shoulder and the back, then the elbow, then the wrist successively. Just think that there is always something in your hand, light or heavy, hard or soft, fast or slow. When we lower the hands in our mind, we must think relaxing the shoulders, sinking the elbows and the wrists as if there is a feather on the hand leading it. Never let the feather leave your hand. This is called leading force. When you drop down the hands, you should feel that you are pressing down to water balls or springs in water, and there is an inner force pushing them in the water. Never let them out until reaching the both sides of the hips. Now, keep powerful and calm. Relaxing shoulders, dropping elbows and sinking wrists will produce an inner force helping you to press down the balls or springs in water steadily. If now you feel your hand are floating and empty, that would be wrong. This is the law of movement. When you drop down the hands, first you should relax the back, then the arms will be relaxed and naturally fall down, and the elbow joints will be sunk and flexible. You must feel that there is something in your hands, trying to control the balls or springs, and feel then an inner force pressing them down. You have talked about falling down. We have talked about falling down of the hands. It will be the same when we draw back the hands. For example, in the form white crane spreads its wings. When we lower the hands, firstly we relax the back and shoulders. The hands will naturally fall down. In the form brushing knee in twist step, firstly we relax the shoulder and sink the elbow, then there is an inner power, sticky force to draw back the arm. You just feel that you are pulling or dragging something. We say that practicing Tai Chi Chuan is just like catching fish in water. All our hands and feet are moving in water, and we will try not to startle the fish. So we always need the listening ability of Tai Chi Chuan. Once you feel close to the fish, grab it immediately. But be careful. The fish is alive and very slippery. If too tight, the fish will slip out. If too loose, you cannot hold it. The holding force must not be too tight nor too loose. You may control the fish only with the same force of it. This is called Tai Chi force, which is changeable at any time that you can feel. So, we use the phrase catching fish in water to describe the movement of the hands in practicing Tai Chi Chuan. This produces the feeling that your body is relaxed, flexible, sunken, fast, and slow in moving. The above is the main content for the first class, introducing the basic law of movement of the hands. Hope that all of you pay attention to this feeling. Then you will surely get good results and a lot of fun. The above basic concept concerning the movement of the hands is very important. Please keep it in mind and try to find it out. Your feeling during your practice. Next, new forms for today will be followed. Thank you.
Hello everyone, today we will continue to the second lesson. In the last lesson we learned the preparatory form of Yang S Tai Chi Chuan 37, the opening form, and the first two movements of holding the tail of the bird, left warding off and right warding. Let's look at these movements in the last lesson. Again, in the preparatory position, stand with 2 feet and move the center of gravity to the right. Lift the left leg and take a step outward, shoulder width apart, ready to start. Raise ba. Hands flat, shoulder height and width, then relax your shoulders. My elbow is falling. My wrist is sinking. Fall in front of the crotch. This is the first move. Rise, hold the tail of the bird. Bend. Squat, swing your feet, lift your knees, step up, hold the ball, tap your feet, push with your left hand and press with your right hand. The next move is right swing, turn the waist to lift the knee to hold the ball, take the right foot down, take the bow step, with the right hand turn the body lightly to the right and set the right. This is the content of our last lesson. In the last lesson, we talked about the 4 movements of catching the tail of a bird, warding off, rolling back, squeezing, pressing. This is the 4 forehand of Tai Chi Chuan, which belongs to the first 4 strength methods in the 8 methods of Tai Chi Chuan: warding off, rolling back, squeezing, pressing, splitting, pulling, elbowing, stringing, shoulders. Ringing is a total of 8 methods. The tail of a bird is specially used to practice turning off, rolling back, squeezing, pressing, and left style and right style warding off. Then there are rolling back, squeezing, pressing 3 actions. Let's give a complete demonstration of the tail of the bird to give you an impression. Follow the previous action. Opening form, left warding off, right warding off, rolling back, squeezing, pressing, this is a complete tail pulling action. We have just seen the complete demonstration of the tail of a bird. Rolling back, the 3 actions of squeezing, pressing are standing still. Keep your right lunge with your front and back feet. Put your body's weight on your back legs, then bow and put your weight on your front legs. Then sit back, put your weight on your hind legs, and then push out with a lunge. These are the actions completed by standing in place. In the last lesson we said that this movement is called the right lunge. 70% of the body weight is on the front leg and percent of the body weight is on the back leg. Next, we reversed the distribution of the center of gravity with 70% of the rear leg and 30% of the front foot. This is like sitting on a stool. This is called sitting step. It is characterized by moving the center of gravity back to the hind legs on the basis of the lunge. However, it should be noted that when moving back, the direction of the knee joint and the toe of the hind foot are consistent, and there should be no crotch or kneeling. The second thing to pay attention to is that when the front leg sit back, the knee joints should not be straight. but should be relaxed and slightly bent. Sit here and be stable. This is called sitting step, and the lunge are a pair of each other, and the center of gravity moves forward and backward. Let's talk about rolling back. Let's take a look first. Right, warding off. This action is with the forearm facing forward. Sit with your left hand facing forward. The first movement, the body slightly to the right. Extend your hands diagonally to the right. Stretch out at the same time. When both hands are stretched out, the right elbow should fall and the right palm root should sit. The palm of the left hand looks at the elbow bend of the right elbow, and the left hand moves with the elbow bend of the right hand. The right hand moves diagonally to the right. The left hand is about one punch away from the inside of the right elbow bend. This is the first move. Turn your body to the right and spread your hands diagonally to the right. The second move, the center of gravity sits back and the body turns left. When the body turns left, drive both hands to the left. At this time, the body side is about 45 degrees to the left, and the center of gravity is 70% in the rear leg and 30% in the front leg. The two hands are held by the belt and the hands follow the body to the left. The two hands keep consistent. This is rolling back. Let's look at it from the side again. Turn your body slightly to the right. Stretch out your hands. Drop your elbows and sit on your wrist with your left hand facing your right elbow. Sit back to you are and your body to the left, and bring your hands to your chest facing the left. Slope 45 degrees. When you are in the back seat, be careful not to lean your upper body backwards when you sit back. Your hips should be retracted and your waist should be backwards. Sitting here, the two places should be taken in. When the two hands are taken back, the left hand slightly retreats and the right elbow slightly drops. Bring the two hands over and look at the left slope. Please look at the demonstration of back facing. 1, 2. This is the rolling back action. The feeling of two hands coming back with turning waist is like the movement we often see. Tug of war. Hold a rope. Relax the shoulders and elbows through the rotation of the body and bring it from the front right to the rear left by turning the waist. This feeling is called rolling back. That is to change the direction of the other forces. This is the third movement, rolling back. Next, let's take a look at the squeezing action from the front after rolling. The side of the body is inclined to the left. The center of gravity is on the back leg, and we need to move the center of gravity forward and return to the right lunge. We are about to complete these two stages. In the first stage, first turn the body to the right and then move the weight of your body from the back leg to the front leg, and then form a 7-part strength of the front leg and a 3-part strength of the back leg. This is pushing. Move your body to the right with the movement S on your hands. Bend the elbow of the right hand. Bend the elbow. Rotate the palm outward. Make the back of the hand face forward and turn the left hand back with the right hand palm forward. This is the first move. Turn right. The palms of the right hand are facing inward. The palms of the left hand are turning outward. The body is turning right, and the left hand is facing his right elbow. This is the second action with the center of gravity moving forward. Both hands are extended forward. right hand is slightly slower, the left hand is slightly faster, and the left hand is placed on the wrist of the right hand. It's like you're not. This is the front. Let's take a look at the side. Rolling back. When sitting, turn your waist forward, turn your right hand inward, turn your left hand outward. Lunge forward, stretch your elbows forward, put your left hand lightly on the wrist of your right hand, with the root of your palm, and the intersection of your two hands is on the center line of your body. This is pushing. Let's look back at it again. 1. Turn right to lunge forward. This action looks similar to pushing from the fixed form. You should pay attention to that when you do the action of to the right. You should hold your hands in, and the inside is in the shape of an arc like holding a ball. The outer side of the forearm is facing forward, and squeezing is to extend out, and the hand should be extended a little farther. The hand is oblique, and the wrist of the hand is forward. This is the tail of the bird. Leftward in go F, right warding off, rolling back. Next, pressing, looking straight ahead. Press the two hands apart, with the palms facing down. After the hands are separated, they should be the same width and height as their own shoulders. Second, let your shoulders relax, bend your elbows, lift your thumbs slightly, bend your elbows and retract them in front of your shoulders. At the same time, sit back with your body's center of gravity, which is the same as that of rolling back. At the same time, turn your body slightly to the left, retract your hands, and then press them down from your chest. While turning your body to the right, press your hands down to the front of your stomach. Next, move your weight forward with the lunge and stretch your hands, push forward. Sit with the palm of your hand. Fingers should stand up. The arc between the thumb and index finger corresponds to the shoulder socket, and both hands are the same height and width as the shoulder. SOCKETPR. Thing is different from other movements. It is a sitting step and then a bow step. To complete this action, let's take a look at the side. Squeezing, keep your hands apart with the palms facing down. The relationship between your hands and your shoulders can be clearly seen from the side. Next, attention. Sit back and bend your elbows, pull back flat, and turn your body slightly to the right. Press your palms down and turn your body to the front. Put your hands in front of your stomach and turn your body to the front. The lunge pushed forward and returned to the height when the hands were separated. I'll do it again from the side completely, with my feet separated. Palm faces the ground. Relax shoulder. Drop your elbow, turn your body slightly to the left, and bring your hands back. My body is turning right. Press down with both hands. Lunge, push your hands forward, palms sitting, and bow stance. Now please see the demonstration on the back. Keep your hands apart, bend your elbow back, seat. Press down with both palms, bow step, push forward. Through the explanation just now and the explanation in the last lesson, we will grasp the 5 movements of the bird's tail: left and right, rolling back, squeezing, pressing. I gave you a complete explanation. Grassing the bird's tail is a main point action in Yang Tai Chi Chuan. The techniques and strength methods in it are very rich. If you want to learn this movement well, you need to further practice the pushing hands of Yang S Tai Ji Chuan to perceive the characteristics of various roads and their changes. Next, I'll connect these 5 movements and show them to you again. Connect to the opening form. Left warding off fits. A side lunge. Open sideways right. Warding off. Lift the knee forward, step up, and make a straight lunge. Then, rolling back. Squeezing. Pressing. Show it again on the back. Left style. Right style. Rolling back. Squeezing. Pressing. Next, let's continue to learn about single whip. This is its stereotype. It is very developed. The 2 hands are pulled back and forth, and the left hand is vertical. Hold the hook with your right hand. The lunge here is a left lunge with the left leg in front here. We need to learn the palm technique first. Generally speaking, the palm of Tai Chi Chuan is a sitting palm. The hand is unfolded. Don't straighten your fingers completely. Relax slightly. There should be a slight gap between the 4th inch RS. The arc between the thumb and the index finger should be round and open. The wrist is pushed forward, and the other 4 fingers are gently hooked back. The thumb rests on the 4 upper fingers. This is called a hook. The wrist must be pushed forward, and the thumb must be hooked back to have strength. This is the hand shapes Ikandi step type. Just now, when pressing, it was a right lunge, with the right leg in front and the left leg behind. Next, we have to turn back. Let me show you first. 2 RN back and lift your feet. Step up lunge. This completes a turn of the body. Here we need to know a tip first. The right foot should become the back foot of the next lunge, so we should buckle the foot. This angle should be at least 90 degrees to 135 degrees. So how do you buckle this foot? Take your right heel as the axis and drive the whole leg inward with your hip joint. Push in and try to keep your body as center of gravity. Don't move back and forth. The feature of our boxing is to push your feet with your legs. The ankles come in. The left leg should be moved forward and lifted. Put your weight on your right leg. When you come down, lift the left leg by bending the knee joint and turn the body to the left side. Point your toes and knees in front of you. Go out with a lunge, and this completes a turn. Let's take a look at hand movements. The explanation of the whole set of boxing has one characteristic: a complete action will take a long time. We divide it into several small parts, like stairs, one step at a time. The point that we decompose is that when our feet and legs move, we decompose them in the first movement. Put your hands flat and put your weight on the right heel. The forefoot of your foot can become empty or slightly lifted buckle your right foot, and 2. And your body to the right, drive your hands to the left oblique angle of 45 degrees and your hands are above your legs. Next move, bend your elbows to your chest and turn your body right to the right angle of 45 degrees. At this time the body turns a 90 degree and the center of gravity is placed on the right leg. The right hand extends diagonally to the right. Turn your left hand palm inward, hold it in front of your chest and look at your right hand. Turn left to the front, take a step forward and stretch out your right hand. Hold the hook with your right hand, hold the circle with your left. In D. Next lunge, turn your waist and gently pull your right hand back, pull the left shoulder apart. I drop my elbow, rotate the arm, and push the palm forward. The side of the little finger is straight ahead. The fingertip of the front hand is aligned with the tip of the nose, and the eye is straight ahead. This is a single whip action. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 steps. To complete, let's look at the change of the overall hand shape from the front. This is the first step. Put your palms flat, turn around and rotate your belt with your hands and feet. Turn around. Again, bend your elbows and close them in front of your chest. At this time you must turn around. Look at the right slope, face the right slope. Turn your left hand to hold the ball, stretch your right hand out, hold the hook with your right hand, rotate your left hand inward, then lunge, pull your right hand open, drop your elbow with your left hand, sink your palm and push forward. Look at it again from the back. Put your palms flat. 1, buckle your feet to bend back and move your weight. 3, lift your legs and hold the ball. My right hand is out, step up and hold the hook. 4, lunge. Rotate the waist and push the palm, pull the right hand open and look straight ahead. We should pay attention to this action. After holding the ball with the left hand, move forward and the palm is like a whip. Take the whip and throw it forward. The hand is in a vertical circle from the shoulder to the elbow, and then the hand is pushed forward in an arc instead of fanning out, opening and then sitting on the palm. It's like whipping, so it's called single whip. Second, when the right hand is pushed forward, the right hand should be gently pulled outward and the shoulder should be stretched. Stand here. Third, when the hands are pushed forward, the upper body should be kept upright and the body should not lean forward. Always keep your head upright. The tail falls down and the spine straightens up and down. Standing upright, just like the big character in Chinese characters, requires opening the front, back, upper and lower structures of the whole body. This is single whip. We have explained it here so that we can have a complete concept of what we learned in the first and second lessons. I'll demonstrate it again. First, I'll demonstrate the front and then I'll prepare the form opening form. This is the first form opening forms. Second, grassy ang bird's tail is DV. DED into 5 actions. Left, warding off. Right, warding off. Rolling back. Squeezing. pressing. Single whip. Please follow the back movement to practice preparation form stand with feet. Close move. The left foot outer wall. 1. Opening form. 2. Grassy bird's tail left. Right style. 3. Rolling back. For squeezing. 5. Pressing. 6. Single whip. This is what we learned in the first and second lessons. That's all for today's.
For today, we will continue the body technique. We have a phrase, 立身中正,支撑八方, keeping the body centrally aligned, calm and relaxed, supporting the body in all directions. No matter in static or dynamic state, the waist controls and coordinates the weight center of the body so as to make the legs powerful, stable, and agile. Now let's talk about some requirements for the waist in side bow stance, backward step, and side step. Let's take left and right warding off in the form raising hands as example. We start with the left warding off. This is a side bow stance. Now, we need to take care of both left and right sides. The left hand manipulates the force, and the right hand should be the foil to the left hand. So, the hands and the body form a circular closing state. What is the circular closing state of the body technique? Look, it is not wrong if you push the palm this way, but the shoulders and the back are on the same plane. The muscles of the shoulders and the back should be relaxed, helping the arms to extend forward. This kind of force is for integrating the hand and body to make circular movement. The common problem with single whip is folding the shoulders backward. We should open the shoulder blades slightly forward so that the force between the both arms is connected. It is the same with the legs. The most important is that the center of the weight should not be off. If so, the power would be not enough for supporting. The feet should rely on each other, and the crotch integrates the force to be powerful and stable. The common problem with stepping forward is raising the body and the leg too much, and when stepping forward, lowering the posture too much with a bent waist. During the process of changing the movement, conversion of emptiness and solidness, we should apply the principle of 风进必沉, sink each time when stepping forward. How to do it? This is fixed step left warding off. Next, for the right warding off, the weight should move completely onto the left leg. So, According to the principle of sink each time when stepping forward, the left hip should keep stable and sink down, not letting it up, as if sitting on the chair. Now, it is time for the hip to move. It sinks and rises together with the heel. Then the weight stably moves here, and therefore the body is now leftward. All the movement is either round or circular. The relaxing and sitting of the leg makes the weight move evenly onto the left leg. The body should not move stiffly like this way. The most important is to keep the chest relaxed and the body turns together with the sitting and rotating of the hip. Do not only move the shoulders. The lateral movement of the upper body should follow that of the weight. Do not disconnect the relations between the upper body and the waist. The upper body and the lower body should, as a whole, move in harmony and turn to the left at the same time. You should feel the change between emptiness and solidness. As for the body technique, usually one of the both sides is solid, the other one is empty. For example, when we push this palm out, the whole force should be transmitted to the hand. During the moving process, we should be able to feel the change of the body. When the left side is solid, the right side should be empty. Now, right warding off. The force from the left side should supplement the right side, because the right side seems to be solid, but in fact it is empty. We should gradually understand this change between emptiness and solidness, which is a feeling in your sense, in your mind. Briefly, during the process of advancing and retreating, the upper body and both sides of the body should, together with the movement of the waist, vary between emptiness and solidness. This is so-called yin and yang in Taiji. So, in the form grasp the bird's tail, when we step forward, the left side is solid, then the right side should be empty. When the right side is solid, the left side surely should be empty. Now, let's watch the complete process. When starting, the weight moves forward and then leftward. The left side of the body turns solid. At the same time, the right leg gradually turns completely empty. The hip turns relaxed, and the left lower waist is solid, pulling the right leg and adjusting the balance of the weight, and coordinating the upper body and the lower body. Watch again. During the process of change between emptiness and solidness in side bow stance or forward step, firstly, sink the hip. Then the body turns to the left, forming a circular form. Now, turn again, and the right leg becomes completely relaxed. Now, lift the leg, and the left lower waist moves back and downward to form a change between emptiness and solidness. For the empty right leg, the left lower waist should be solid to carry the leg out so as to coordinate the balance of the body in motion. If you raise, extend, and lean back, that would be wrong. The force could be floating, and the moving point would be in wrong position. This is the side stance in the form cloud hands. When the weight moves from the right to the left, there is a rotating movement, which is the same requirement for both the waist and the legs, and for the trunk as well, because the central balance is at the bottom of the waist. What else should we pay attention to? The same as the last start stepping. The left is solid and the right is empty. When we are here, the emptiness is tipped to the left side, but the body should not lean backward, because the upper body would be rigid and top-heavy, and then would lose the balance. The key point is that the left leg sinks down and the left loin pulls back, and meanwhile the figure stretches forward. The left hip sinks and the left lower waist pulls the right leg, and the emptiness and solidness is very clear. Now you may feel a sitting force, and you should also feel that the waist and its muscles are drawn in, curved, instead of being straight. The body, the legs, and the limbs always work in coordination. As for 主宰于腰, being controlled by the waist, 命意源头在腰系, source of command is in the waist region. In one word, all movements in Tai Chi Chuan have close relations with the waist. Advancing, retreating, and changes of all movements is closely related with the waist. We have referred to the body rotating in this side step. When we move the hip, the leg, and the figure, the left lower waist should sit down and back, and the body should be skewed, not upright. Meanwhile, the shoulders and hips turn to the left. You should not only rotate the head, neither twist the waist, which makes the force floating. It is the waist that controls the upper and the lower body. The floating force is not good. Move horizontally, sink the hip, the waist. Turn the body one by one, and all parts of the body coordinate with each other, forming an integrated body. If the body is on one side, or the force goes upward, it would make the force dispersed. Especially for beginners, we should try to avoid moving only the legs or shoulders. Now, look at bow stance and empty stance in the form brush knee in twist step. When the force is here, it is full and in right place. Next, it should be the waist that controls the limbs. Firstly, while the weight moves forward, the hip should sink and the figure follows forward. Look at my posture. The upper body is pulled backward, and the force is also floating up. We should always try to get information from the waist and the legs. Here, the information means relations between changes of the waist and legs with the body in motion. Together with the moving forward of the weight, we lean the body forward and bend the right leg. And now the body keeps in dynamic balance. If the center of the weight is higher, the lower body would be unstable. With the moving forward of the weight, the back leg is lifted and the hips should be relaxed, and then sit down. The emptiness and solidness has to be very clear. Next, we move the weight backward and at the same time turn the body rightward. Attention. This is not right. It has not lowered below the waist. It wouldn't be right neither if you sit back after having lowered. The right movement is as follows, with the weight moving back. The right heel is pulled in. The right heel turns to the right. And of course, the both sides of the lower waist work closely with these movements. The waist is the controller, but 一动无有不动. One part moves, all parts move. All internal and external parts are connected and coordinated. Now the weight has moved completely onto the back leg. What to do? Lifting it this way or squeezing the leg? We should pay attention to the coordination of the hands, feet, and the waist. Now we are here. While the weight moves back, the waist sits down. We do not simply pull it off, because the only pulling back will cause it to go down. We should at the same time pull the weight back and down, while sinking back, sink down. Look, lowering, moving back, and now turning to the right. Look at the front foot. When we are ready to lift it, the right lower waist should start to sink. There are two moving points, so the movement is solid and stable. It is not good that you lift the left foot and then drop it down. Firstly, you should relax the hip and open the crotch. 90% of the weight is at the back. As the figure is controlled by the waist, what should we pay attention to? Look, the tailbone sinks and the lower waist are pulled downward and backward in opposite direction of the hands. That is, the chest goes forward and the waist muscles sink down, straightening up and down. This is so-called 力由激发. The force is released from the back, and 上下贯穿, the force goes through up and down. We should try to understand it in practice. Watch again. The weight moves back. The body inclines instead of going back. While lowering the right leg, do not move the weight with anticipation. Firstly, lower the leg and then turn the heel inward. Now the upper body moves backward. The hip and the lower waist rotate. Lift the leg and get the waist down. Now we feel that the hips are drawn in. Without such curving, there would be no agility, Reiki of changes between emptiness and solidness. I will do it again. The waist and the hips move backward. The waist turns and sits. Now the right side is solid and the left side is empty. Now control it. Lower the left foot down and then relax the waist and pull it downward. At the same time, let the chest push forward. The head and the figure follow the chest moving forward. This is the straightening up and down during the process in making an empty stance, which is one of the moving modes for being controlled by the waist. It is the same with the movement of the waist in the form single way push down into low posture. We could not move this way. We should relax both the hips and the waist because they are associated. Here we emphasize the movement of the waist, sensation of movement of being controlled by the waist. As the tip of toe turns outward, the lower waist should be relaxed and the waist should move back. Then we rotate the waist and the hips. I emphasized that the crotch force should go through a reversed capital letter U, Chinese number 8, which has relations with the waist and hips. When the weight moves back, we rotate the waist and the hips. During the process, there should be no dead point, and the whole body should be extended out. When we lower the body, the tailbone should be pulled down. The figure should not be upright. The body should be bent forward. The center of the weight should be between the 2 feet. Though you may squat with the body leaning back, the center of the weight is backward. It is not okay. For pulling back and grabbing, the hand leads the body forward and down. The body leans over but does not get down. It is the tailbone that sinks down and then naturally makes the weight go downward. If the body is too straight, the weight is backward. If the body leans too much, it would be collapsed. Both are undesirable. No matter in static or dynamic movement, we should always keep the central balance and central alignment of the body. Now, another example. In the form white crane spreads its wings, the upper hand and the lower hand should coordinate with each other. How do they coordinate? It is the back, the waist, and 5 bowels that coordinate them. The upper and lower bodies form the main bow. 2 arms and 2 legs form another 4 bowels. The joint point is the waist and the back. The opening and the closing movement of all parts of the body relies on the waist. It seems that there is nothing changed when we practice Yang Tai Chi Chuan, as we always keep the body centrally aligned. But changes of solidness and emptiness, left or right, always exist. These changes adjust and coordinate all the movements so as to avoid convex, concave, and interruption. The characteristics of Yang Tai Chi Chuan is centrally aligned, handsome and energetic, relaxed and lively, flexible changes between solidness and emptiness, moderate opening and closing. All these movements rely on the waist. The form preparation is the typical example for the central alignment of the body in static state. I stand here. The center of the weight is an inner straight line from Bai Hui acupoint of the head to the perineum and the Yongquan point of the feet. The body leans forward a little bit. The tailbone sinks a little bit. The hips are drawn in. We should try to keep the upper body upright and the lower body downward. In fact, sinking the tailbone signifies lowering the body. According to the body technique, we should firstly turn to the left and then to the right, causing left emptiness, a little left emptiness, and a little right solidness. Now, turn back, a little right solidness, and a little left emptiness. By such repeated changes between emptiness and solidness, we may find out changes between emptiness and solidness of both sides of the body. Between advancing and retreating, there is also emptiness and solidness between the waist and the legs, and in all other movements of the body as well. For example, when we lift the leg inside bow stance, the left lower waist rises together with the right leg. So the left lower waist is solid, leading the leg. Now the right leg is empty. All this is controlled by the waist. The movement of being controlled by the waist is very difficult, especially for beginners who need years to be familiar with it. But when you get its concept in your practice, you will gradually feel it, digest it, understand it, and perceive it. The reason why the more you practice, the more you like it, is that you may skillfully combine the movements with techniques of the body, of the step, and of hand. questions, of course, on the premise of understanding 10 top points from Yang Chengfu. That's all for today. You may ask questions if any. In this class, I will go on to answer more questions, and the main topic will be Yanfa, expressions of the eyes. See you soon.
右手握拳，向上翻起，右腿向右斜方迈出，左手向前拦。2，两手相随着后带，同时上左脚，建成左弓步式，同时左手搂，右手向当位击出。再来一遍。右手握拳，由左向上向右拦，左手伸向前平拦，两手平带，上步，两手相随的，左手搂，右手击。注意身形要相随，眼向前视。注意，第一动，重心不变，左脚加外摆，同时左手胸前捧起，右手变掌。2，两手抱球，接着上步，右手背要与腰对圆撑，然后捋，展出，后坐。腰脚手相随，手要轻捋，脊要右转，两手合，右手背要斜，注意沉肩坠走。2，两掌放平，收回，注意肩肘要松活，腰胯也要松活，随弓步，两手推出。两掌放平，注意上下相随，两手平抹，肩肘松活，眼随手走，侧身上步，随弓步，右手推出，下式第一动，右脚尖外摆，左手五指向前，掌心朝右，松肩胯。第2，左手屈拢， 重心后移，体渐渐下沉，注意身体要正。左手向前穿出，重心前移，左脚叫外摆，右脚叫内扣，左手前穿，右手变掌，收至右胯旁。第二动，重心全部移向左腿，注意右手与右脚相随的领起，左手下按，掌心朝下，注意收腰胯，身体中正。左独立式，右独立式。右手右脚同时下落，右脚稍向后，先脚掌后脚跟，重心后移，然后坐稳，起，左手左脚，身体立起，收腰胯，眼随左手前视。
Hello everyone, it's time for our turns class. The first action in this lesson is stepping up, point towards growing. Take the step up and point towards growing. Step up, deflect, parry and punch that will be learned later. Fist on the elbow, to body and streak, clench, punch we learned before. That's above together called 太极五捶. Now, I will do this action first. After sweeping the notice, step up, lunge, left hand brush. Keep stepping up. Left hand brush backward, then lunge forward with brushing. Left hand punch. This is overall of this action. 捶 means fist. It is a single fist movement according to the different levels of hitting and blocking methods used in conjunction with the hands. It can be divided into 5 types of tree. As the name implies, the point towards growing is to hit the opponent's crotch and abdomen. There, the fist turns towards the middle part. The next step is deflect, parry, and pound, which hits above chest, so this fist will be higher later. The fist under the elbow, point downward have different hitting purpose, but both hands have a defensive and blocking action. Prepare for punching and hitting. Let's take a look at this action from the side. This is also continuous steps. 2 steps action is different from parting the wild horse's mane. For example, while changing from the right to the left, we must swing the foot outward and up the knee and hold the ball. Take an upward step, then the lunge down it. Keep on doing. At the end of the last action is the beginning of the next action. Like a crotch pounding motion, it has 2 continuous steps up. The characteristics of this action is that the foot should fall diagonally when stepping up, and the degree of the hind foot should be measured directly. Firstly, tilt the foot, shift the gravity forward, turn the body to the right, keep turning the waist, lift the knee up and step down. Go ahead with lunge. The way to step up is to lean your foot and not swing it. It's different from the previous consecutive steps. The first move is to tilt the foot and follow the lunge with the left hand forward and knock. Flip the right palm onto the right knee. Turn around and up the knee, bend left elbow back with brushing. Turn the right palm up and clench the fist in front of the right crotch. Bend the left elbow and sink the palm. Then follow the lunge and brush your left hand forward over your left knee. Then lunge and streak with the right fist forward. Now see here, rotate the right hand forward when going out, with the fists facing forward and the fist's eyes upward. Throw the crotch and pull out the back, leaning forward slightly. This is demonstration on the right side. Nurse, take a look again. Lift the knee, step up and drop the foot, lunge with the wrist turned, and the left hand brushes forward. Sink the shoulder and elbow, the palm rolls sunk. Beseat, the right hand goes ahead while lunge. Turn the palm and whip flatly, then up the knee and bend the elbow. Step up and clench the fist, lunging, brushing, and bunching. Just be sure to lower your fist to the same level to your lower abdomen. Now for this actor, we have front brushing when turning wrist. Be careful not to turn our shoulders over and not tilt the little finger while brushing. Sit the palm root and brush forward, elbow forward while brushing back. Also think the palm root while taking them back. When taking the left hand forward to brush, it is also necessary to think the palm root, like 搂膝奥步. The shoulders, elbows, and the wrists should be sunk with an arc shape and must brush over the front knee. Finally, place your palm next to your left knee, the fingertips level to your knee. We need to pay attention to the issue of brushing hand. Pay attention to this action when punch forward, which is the same as the initial action we learned before. 带腿 is also a knee brushing gesture, but it requires bending down and punching downward. These two movements are very similar, but when doing the pump downward, 带腿, the fist is bent and placed behind the right crotch with the fist facing left. When heading forward and downward, the fist does not rotate. When punched towards crotch, the fist should be in front of the right crotch, with the fist facing upward. When punched, that the arm should rotate 19 degrees forward, and finally, the fist facing left. It has rotating attacker action. This is characteristic of punch towards crotch. The deflector, parry, and punch we learn later also rotates and hits in this way. This is step up and punch towards crotch. Now next, we'll move on to the next action. Step up and grab the peacock tail. Do you still remember another action we learned before? Called grab the peacock's tail. After the opening form, swing your foot Turn your body to the right to form bull hug. Open it, widening of left and right. Be here, rolling back, squeezing and pressing. Most of their two motions are the same, but due to different connections. After completing the palm towards crotch, there is no left ordinal when turns to the right. I'll demonstrate it first. Swing, ordinal, up the knee and hold the ball. Step up and down, and it will be right here. Then follow the lunge and turn your wrist. You'll get the right ordinal. Then follow the order of grabbing the peacock tail to rolling back, squeeze, and press, and that's it. So we just need to learn how these two actors connect. Now watching at the front, back view to this motion. Before taking a step, swing your left foot outward by no less than 45 degrees. Lift the right wrist upwards. Rotate the thumb outward and turn the right hand into the palm. Sink the palm, root a little, then turn around and lift the knee. Both palms face each other, holding the ball. And then lift the right hand up. Both hands seem to spin the ball. Your right hand upward, the right foot downward. Lunge and twist your wrist. Then spread your hands to roll back, squeeze, and press. These are all repeating actions. Now, not two words again here. Right view again. Swing your foot. Left hand upward. And gently press the right hand's root down slightly. 1, 2, turn around and lift your knee, palms face each other. 3, step up and foot down. 4, lunge and turn your wrist flatter. That's it. That is the explanation of step up and grab the peacock tail. After grabbing the peacock tail, the next action is called the single whip descending stance. From its name, it's composed of two actions. The first action is called a single whip, and the second action is called a downward move. We have also learned the single whip before, and the practice of these two movements in the single whip is the same. All start with pressing. After flattening the palms, buckle the foot and turning the wrist. Move the hands flatly and bending the elbows back to the wrist. Lift your knee, right hand outward. Step up with hooking. Lunge with the left arm rotation and palm push. Pull open, this action is the same before and later. Generally speaking, the third servant style is composed of different motions, but before the descending stance is usually connected after single whip. There we use the single whip descending stance to represent. Besides its own technical usage, the single whip can be found in many traditional 8-5 style. It also has a function of connecting back and forth in the routine, as well changing the direction. It is like the bundle in the routine, divided it into different paragraphs to connect different actions. And we can gradually get the various connections and functions more in future learning. After the first action, turn around for the single whip part. We can just follow the previous method. The next move is called a descending stance, which is a downward lunge. A crouching step where the body squats down and then threads forward to form a lunge. This is the descending stance. Each technique milling needs to solve the problem of streaks to pull the opponent down in the opposite direction. It's usually necessary to take the next move standing on one leg, kicking the opponent with your foot, which is one of its connecting functions. Specifically, we need to take the following steps to do it. Let's take a look at the foot first, because the gravity needs to be moved back. When moving, swing the right foot outward and open it. The pinch between the 2 feet is about 135 degrees. First, move your body backward. Turn your wrist to the right. Swing your right foot and lower your ass according to your ability, depending on your own situation. If your neck skills are good, you can lower it a bit more. If not, don't too lower. Just follow the milling. However, when thinking, be careful not to buckle your toes. Second, think. And third, shift your weight towards the front leg. Start taking a forward lunge. Then pull your right foot back while lunging. This forms a lunge. Return to the posture of the single whip lunge. Just now. 1. Open. 2. Think. 3. Lunge. And then back your foot back, or other 3 steps. The purpose of swing the foot is mainly to open the 2 hips, make it easier for the body to think slightly. Now about hands. Firstly, when shift your weight back, you need to turn your head back and look at your right hand, cutting downwards with your left wrist, and the 5 fingers facing forward. Retract your left elbow to your left chest, then squat down slightly, and gently sink the palm to your own crotch, like knife cutting. Let me demonstrate it from the front again. 1. Swing the foot. Pull your hand apart. Stretch your right hand back a bit and bend your elbow back to your left chest. 1. Looking at the right hand. 2. Squat down and cut deeply. 3. Pass left hand through the right elbow. And 4. Buckle the right foot. Look ahead. This is descending stance. After single whip, there needs to be an independent leg. What is an independent leg? Standing here with one leg and lifting the other leg. This is called an independent leg. Put your hands here. It's called golden rooster dependence. Standing here like a chicken with one foot. How does golden rooster dependence connect with single whip? Do you still remember that when we just made a forward move, we lunged forward and buckle right foot with the left toe facing forward. Next move, swing your left foot outward at least 45 degrees. At the same time, change the hand into palm and turn to left as you swing your foot with your hand reached out. At this point, our crouch opens. Move the gravity forward. Right leg relaxed. Lift the knee and leg. Keep turning our waist. Push the left leg against the ground. Up the knee over the hips to the belly button level. Stand here. 1. Swing your foot. 2. Turn your wrist and lift your knee. 3. Push your left leg straight and lift your right leg up. Now from the side view, swing left hand, turning wrist and lifting knee, dropping elbow. Notice here, lifting the 5 fingers up, pressing the left hand down, meet the elbow and knee, the little finger facing forward, and the palm facing left. Down, straighten your left neck or stand here bend, without energy. This force hasn't come out. Relax the knee joint slightly while pushing straight. Roll the hips and the wrist. Lift the knee and stand sturdily in this place. That's all. Watching again. Pull it open. Thread palm. Swing through. Lift your knee. Stand up. Roll your wrist and crouch. Hold it down with your left hand and lift it up with the right hand to stabilize it. That's it. This is the first gold rooster's pendant. Another supporting on right nerve. The right nerve has already been lifted up. And then you need to squat down. First, squat down and take a half step back with the toes of your right foot facing diagonally. Sitting back and turning around, lifting your knee and legs, and then standing up. That is the way to shift the gravity. Let's take a look in another direction. 1, 2. Shift the gravity. Sit still. 3. Lift knee to stand up. 3 motions. Hands moving are as follows. 1. Flip the right palm down and follow the right leg down to press it down. 2. Sit back and turn the wrist. 3. Press the right palm down and lift the left hand up. Now take a look in this direction again. 1, 2, 3. Front. 1, 2, 3. Just now was explanation of the independence of left and right golden rooster. Next, I will connect these 4 actions we talked about today and demonstrate them to everyone. First, side viewing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Palm towards groin. Step up and grab the peacock tail. Swing foot. Wide nerve. Hold the ball with knee upper. Step forward to form a right wide nerve. Wide nerve. Rolling back. Squeeze. Pressing. Single weight. Descending stance. Golden rooster pendant. Looking again in a different direction. Palm towards groin. Step up and grab the peacock tail. Single whip. descending stance. Golden rooster independent. All the above is complete demonstration of those 4 actions. That's all the topic for today. Thanks for watching.
C